Non-easy peel stickers are the bane of my life. Oh man, I'm gonna have to get a hairdryer on that. So it's kind of hard to see what's going on here. The idea is to liberate this set of shelves, because I can then use that in the greenhouse as extra storage, because I've got a perfect little gap for it, I think. I haven't actually measured if it'll fit. I keep all of my oil-based paints in the shed. You shouldn't really keep water-based paints in a shed, because if they freeze, they tend to go off. But oil-based is fine, and it also means then we're not storing highly flammable stuff in the house. But well, that's the idea. What is that? Waterproof joint tape. We are so close. This is unbelievably awesome. I am so excited. Let me quickly grab some water. I need to empty this water butt so I can move it, and I might as well just use up what's in it. I treated myself to a couple of new watering cans, a bigger one for watering tomatoes and things like that, and then we've got this slightly smaller one here, which I'm hoping will do for seedlings, maybe, we shall see. If nothing else, I think it just looks quite cute. Watery. What do you think, chicken? What are you trying to catch? Do not start rolling about in the mud. I know what you're like. So I'm filming this 15th of March. It's still pretty chilly outside, but a nice balmy 19.2 degrees in the greenhouse at the minute. Loads of things I want to get done today, and the greenhouse is far from finished. I want to build a little kind of compost holder tray thing, and that'll live here, just so I've got potting compost kind of ready to use. For the minute, I've got these like plastic tray things, and they'll do just to stop all the soil from falling down the slats, but eventually I'll need these for putting all the seedlings on, for watering them. But a couple of things I really want to get done today. I've got some houseplants that I need to repot first of all, because these are unbelievably pot bound, and I've been putting off repotting them until we had our new greenhouse. So that is a job. So we have got a China doll plant. As I say, these are all indoor house plants, but this has done particularly well. It's just unbelievably pot bound. We've also got this little fella here. What is it? It is a Pilia. It was on special in the garden centre, so picked it up, and I've kind of nursed it back to health because it was on the verge of complete death. But again, that desperately needs repotted. And we've got this gorgeous umbrella plant. Again, this seems to be doing really well in the house, but it desperately needs a bigger pot. So I want to get those done before I start on the seeds, because once I get into the seed sowing, I'll not get a chance to look after our poor indoor plants. I'm still kind of working out what I need in the greenhouse and trying to get things vaguely stocked up. I've got more compost I need to bring down. I've got some seed compost down there. I could do with a little hook to put my jacket on as well, because it's quite warm in here. I'm going to have to modify my jacket so I can actually hang it up. I'm sick of this. Done. I want to get these onion sets planted in pots as well, just to get them going. A couple of people mentioned in the comments that that would be a good idea, and I would tend to agree, because these are all growing kind of in the bag at the minute, which is far from ideal. And obviously we've got all the seeds we need to get going in the greenhouse as well, but we'll do that a little bit later on. As I say, let's get these plants repotted. I've got my music and everything. Look at this. I'm just using bog standard multi-purpose compost for the house plants. So we'll do this little thing first. Our Pilia mix. We'll move to a reasonable size pot. That should do, shouldn't it? Doesn't need to be huge. I would say, what's that, a 5-inch pot? You know what it is? I could do with a tape measure in here. Ironically, it's the one thing I haven't got. This poor thing, I'm going to have to cut some of these roots. It's not going to like it. Tempted to just cut the pot off it. I might do that. I don't think I can do this without cutting these roots off. Don't particularly want to do that, but I'm never going to get it out. Poor thing. And the thing is, we've had mixed results with our house plants. Most of them have done really well. We've got a parlour palm that is really struggling, and I've tried moving it around to different locations and stuff, and it just keeps turning brown. I've checked if it's got too much water or not enough water. It's just a bit of a mystery what's wrong with the parlour palm, so I'm not touching that at the minute, other than just letting it do its own thing. As I say, I've moved it to a different location, a bit closer to the window. I don't know if it maybe wasn't getting enough light over the winter time, but I know it shouldn't, hello spider, I know it shouldn't really be in direct sunlight, but the back of our house is north facing anyway, so it's never going to get that much sun. And by the way, I know in previous videos I've talked about all the different zones in our garden. Our actual climate zone, I think we're zone 9A or something like that, if you're interested and you want to play along at home. I'm not sure what parts of the world you guys are in. So it's a temperate climate, but man, we have had a lot of rain over the winter time. We have basically, it more or less hasn't stopped raining since September, so we've basically had seven months of rain. Honestly, it feels like today's the first day when the sun's been out. It's absolutely glorious. 21 degrees in the greenhouse now. I will need to make a note of what these plants are because I'll never remember. For the record, that one, the China doll plant, is one of them, and the little pilia thing is one of them. You know what it is, while I'm mucking about, I'm going to grab the parlour palm, and if nothing else, I'm just going to top the compost up on it, because, you know, compost fixes everything. Chicken man, what you doing? Crazy animal. As I say, I don't know what's up with this, but it's just not 100%. And this is after I've trimmed off the really dead stuff. I mean, that's nigh on completely dead. But there is some new growth coming through, so I don't know. At first I thought I was overwatering it, but I'm now a little bit concerned that I've been underwatering it. But I know parlour palms are much more tolerant of drought than they are overwatering. But at the same time, I've tried just leaving it for weeks without water to see if that sorts it out, and it makes no difference. So, in my experience, sometimes just adding a bit of extra fresh compost can help, but we shall see. I'm not 100%, and I basically have no clue what I'm doing. Oh, other exciting news. Our marigold seeds have germinated. They germinated unbelievably quickly, so we've moved those onto the windowsill in the kitchen just so they get some light, because the other seeds in that propagator haven't done anything yet. So the plan is, obviously, once everything's germinated, we'll just move everything into the greenhouse. I must come up with a better solution for storing compost at some point. Oh, and by the way, for the record, that is the umbrella plant that we've got. Gorgeous plant. My next problem is I don't think I've got any pot holders big enough for these, so I'm going to have to buy some. Easy peel stickers. Thank you so much. Azure Garden Centre, 10 out of 10. Why can't everyone do easy peel stickers? More things I need in here. Blue roll. And I need a bin. I will come up with a better solution for plant pot storage as well. It's just at the minute, I just want to live with it for a bit and see how I use the greenhouse, because, as I say, I really don't have a clue what I'm doing. And I prefer the Andy Mack approach of let's just see how things go before making any rash decisions on putting things in particular places or whatever. But you know what it is? The space works. We're up and running. I've actually done something in the greenhouse. I'm so excited. I'm going to leave the seed planting until next time because this video is going to end up being crazily long. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. You can follow our whole amateur gardening journey from the very beginning in this 500 square metre garden that we're very, very lucky to have. This has been a bit of a lifetime ambition to have my own greenhouse and somewhere just to potter with plants, because I have loved amateur gardening since I was a child. My parents had an allotment and I used to play in the allotment and used to grow all sorts of things when I was a tiny wee bairn. Even when I was a teenager, I was obsessed with lawns and cutting grass and all that sort of thing. I just love it. So yeah, it's one of those things that brings joy to my heart. For now, folks, as per usual, look after one another, be nice to each other. We shall see you next time. Tatty bye.